I still think it's going to be a king's pawn opening. The players don't want to switch too far away from their usual repertoires, but this time he will choose more solid variation in the Spanish or in whichever kind of opening he elects. And yeah, Fabi, I think the onus is on him. The pressure is on him to really imbalance it. I don't think he should play 1e5. There we go. Sicilian, counter-attacking opening.
Oh, little Smith-Morra action. Okay, Chessable course, Mark Esserman. Okay, there's like 4 guys on there's like 4 or 5 of them on Chessable right now, but the Smith-Morra by actually Mark Esserman is probably the greatest one. It's very thick and it's very dense. I actually recommend in your settings on the side, you actually put it on all moves instead of the one that's regular, because all moves is so many moves and it's a lot of things that you are going to forget. So make sure you change it from, the moves that they give you to all moves. That's on the side on the options tab for you people that actually know inside of the course what I'm talking about. I mean, what a game here. I am up a pawn as black here, but it's now doubled, which is kind of annoying. And we have a backward pawn on d6, so we do have to be accurate, but we have lots of moves. Again, rook b8, though. That one was not on the radar.
Yeah, if Hikaru Nakamura wins this, we will have a best-of-2 reset with only 2 rapid games. And Fabi there shaking his head. That is a desperate move on the king side. It really doesn't improve his position, David.
Yeah, what an ugly move. Now, that black dark-squared bishop is basically a big pawn. It's never going to break out onto any active diagonal. Black's bishop is just locked behind its own pieces. The reason he played this, Fabiano, is to bring the black queen out. Actually, James, you mentioned this earlier. The black queen, as in a lot of openings, you mentioned the Dutch defense, does come out on the light-squared diagonal. But it is desperate. Suddenly, black is just busted on the light squares, and white can continue with his plan. I think Hikaru won't hesitate much longer. He'll slide his rooks up, double them up on the c-file, and I don't see any counterplay at all. White's king, super safe. Black's pieces can't attack it, simply. Wow, and
good observation.
Talked about that missed opportunity for Fabi, trading off those dark square bishops at a opportune moment. Suddenly, it is Hikaru spending that time, and he decides to go for the trade. So actually a variation we showed quite a while ago on the board. We didn't expect this one to be as profitable for Hikaru as we thought. Now, dodge the rook trade. Fabi, you need pieces on if you want to attack, if you want to win. But Hikaru, he has conquered the queen side, that's for sure. Fabi needs to switch his focus, and there we go, on the other flank now. It has to, unless you're feeling very, very brave and throw some pawns forward towards the white king. And there we go, the rook steps back. But now, is black in time to attack that white king? Can Hikaru somehow shut down all action towards that side of the board? It's unclear. To be honest, I would be nervous if I'm Hikaru right now. Partly because of the clock, but partly because momentum-wise, again, it's turned. It looked like one-way traffic. Now, suddenly, he's looking at his king. He's sweating.
So right now, you can see Hikaru Nakamura. He's leaning in. He's thinking, do I push my g-pawn up 1 square? No, he brings his queen over. That allows black to push his pawn.
Fabi's too much in his own head. 1 minute, you can't do this against Hikaru. Okay, he takes a pawn, but now the white king might actually find safety in the corner. There we go. Yep. That black pawn is a double agent. It actually helps keep the white king safe.
But you got to get h3 in. David, now or never. You have to make that move to try and create a weakness on the king side.
Yeah, he, again, should not hesitate, Fabi. What else is there? Go for checkmate. You have to.
Yeah, the big problem is that white rook on the 7th rank is tying the black rook down. If that rook were to leave, the bishop is loose. He plays h3. He spent too long. And look at Hikaru. He just quickly brings his own rook up the board. And I guess trades on g2, queen's coming off. That only helps Hikaru's chance. He only needs a draw to win the match.
There's nothing. Wow. There's absolutely nothing.
Look at the clocks.
Oh, 25 seconds for Fabiano Caruana. But that is not the only problem. The bishop on e7 is hanging. He moves the queen, defends that bishop.
But now no more checkmate, no more attack. That black queen is on the wrong circuit. It's deflected away, and white has a move or two to consolidate around his king. Still not easy. Let's ignore the evaluation bar. It's still difficult from a human point of view, but Hikaru blocks it. Good decision. What do we think?
Well, the eval bar approves, and that's the amazing thing about Hikaru. He plays these moves on seconds, and it turns out they absolutely work for him.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff there.
Yeah, defensive wizard. And, again, when you get down on time, I mean, it's just, it's so bad. It's ridiculous. You get down on time, his defense is impeccable, then the calculations start coming out. You blunder because you're in time trouble. It's really hard playing Hikaru.
Oh, God. Yeah. And that bishop, the dark squared bishop in white's position, is such a key defender in these positions.
Yep.
Because otherwise, black could have snapped up that f-pawn, but the bishop keeping everything under control. And, wow, this is game over now.
Yeah, he said trade it all off.
Yeah, look at Fabi, devastated, all the pieces off the board. Maybe he can hold this one with a draw if he's having a very lucky day, but no, you're facing Hikaru, and a draw is enough anyway. game over. We're going down to that reset. We're getting more chess, guys.
Wow. Well, the best that Fabi can do is a draw in this position, and Hikaru is the one who forces it with checks along the diagonal. And with that, Hikaru takes set 1 in today, the grand final. He does win it, but that levels the match. And that means we're going to have a grand final reset with 2 games. It's going to be a best of 2. Wow, what a performance that was by Hikaru Nakamura there. David, some very critical moments in this one.